Recording. Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Then you all know my name? Very good. So I welcome you all in CA Final Financial Reporting Paper 1. Correct? I hope already you have taken some classes for CA Final. This is the first class? Very good. So I am lucky to have you in this classroom after COVID lockdown. Yeah. Now, as we all know that CA Final is after CA Inter, and you all have passed CA Inter examination. Correct? So first question which I want to ask you, first question of my class, whether CA Inter was easy or it was tough for you all. CA Inter was easy or it was tough or it was average, like this. Not CA Foundation, I am not asking about CA Foundation. CA Inter, what do you think? CA Inter was easy or tough? Chat box. One minute. Okay. So CA Inter was easy or tough? How many of you say that it is easy? It was easy for you all. How many of you say? No one? No one? How many of you say that it was average? And how many of you say that it was toughest? Tough or toughest? Balance. All, everyone. There was someone who is not okay with easy, tough and average. बोला चलो pass हो गए. Correct ना? Now the question is not that we are discussing about CA Inter. The point is that you have written CA Inter exam. Now you can analyze about that. Because you have already appeared for that. You can analyze about that. So the question is whether CA final is tough. The question is that. The point is that whether CA final is tough or it's not tough. I will not say easy. Because whenever you are into any professional exam, so of course, for getting that qualification, you need to work hard. And without pain, there is no gain. So of course, you need to have some pain to actually earn some gain. Understood? So I am not saying CA final is easy. I am not saying CA final is tough. But what do you think? What is your remark about CA final? Bolo? What do you think? It's easy or tough? So for live classes, I will be, those who are listening live classes, can you say me whether it is audible or not? Is it audible? And you can also answer whatever question I am asking. So whatever is your viewpoint, I will be also referring that. So someone has said in CA live class that CA final is tough. They are responding, you are not responding. Correct na? So what do you think? CA final is tough or easy? CA final is tough or easy? Everyone is saying tough? Anyone saying easy? My question is that till now you have not appeared for CA final exam. And most of you have said that this is your first class. Correct na? For CA final. Most of you have said that, or some of you have taken either SFM or 1 or 2 subjects. Not more than that. Am I right or not? Because when you are taking FR, so I think before FR you have completed only SFM. Or maybe you have taken law. Maybe. Am I right or not? Am I right or not? Yeah. The question is that you are saying CA final stuff without appearing for CA final exam. So from where you got this information? Senior. Means whatever you will say, that will depend upon some other. You do not have your viewpoint. You rely on your others. And let me ask you, you said as per senior. Correct na? As per senior. Who is that senior? Who is that senior? Acha, let me ask you, does anyone who have said that CA finalist up, whether he has passed CA exam? Who said senior? I think you said. So that senior is a qualified chartered accountant? Not yet. From my point of view, if you ask any chartered accountant, they will never say CA stuff. Have you asked this question to any qualified chartered accountant? Have you asked this question? You have asked? Yes? Have you asked? What was his answer? Whatever he said, I don't know what was his answer, but I just want to know what he said. Respond anything, what he said. Whether he said it was tough, whether he has used this word, no. Means if you ask any qualified chartered accountant, I am also a qualified chartered accountant for your information, and if you ask me this question to me, not because I am a faculty, I am not saying because I am faculty I want to motivate you in the first class, I am not saying because of that reason. From my point of view, as a student, if I compare CA Inter and CA Final is easier as comparative as compared to CA Inter. As compared to CA Inter. If you ask me why? Because at CA Inter, when you started your first class for CA Inter, that time you were not knowing any subject apart from accounts. All subjects were totally new and you do not have at that time any practical knowledge. Means when any faculty started income tax, so that time you were not knowing I of income tax. When any faculty started audit, believe me, in my first class of CA Inter, when I started reading audit, I have not understood anything. What is actually audit that time I have not understood. Because we do not have that time what? Practical knowledge. Correct now. Costing, oh my God. That time. You remember that first class of costing. What the teacher was saying, direct labor, direct material, indirect labor, indirect material, everything overhead. Am I right or not? And I will not say anything about information technology. Correct na? I will not say anything. Everyone knows what is information technology. Correct. Believe me, CA Inter as compared to CA Final, it's very easy. It's very easy. Now, second question, what comes in the mind? You pass CA Inter examination. You all have passed CA Inter examination. You may have taken some attempt. Attempt is actually not countable. In CA professional exam, even though you have taken multiple attempts, you pass CA na, you are chartered accountant. After becoming chartered accountant, if someone is asking how many attempts you have taken, give a slap. And just say first you do CA and then ask this question. So believe me, this number of attempts is not countable after becoming chartered accountant. So even though you have taken 2 attempts, 3 attempts, I will never ask from you. But you pass CA Inter examination, that is pakka. Correct. Now, once you pass CA Inter examination, most of you have said it was tough. I have not said, okay. Bulna, you need to respond. Then only it is a face-to-face class. Otherwise, I will feel sleepy. Correct na? Bolo. After passing the exam, everyone can say that it's easy. No, no, no. I am not saying CA final is easy because I have passed the exam. It is my experience. What I am saying. So you said CA inter examination was tough. I have not said, okay. And you passed that examination. It is an achievement or not? It is an achievement or not? Correct now. Means I have full confidence on you. You have a potential to become chartered accountant because you said CA inter examination was tough and you passed that examination. Might be in n number of attempts, that is not countable. That we should not count from CA profession point of view. Because any chartered accountant is any student who becomes chartered accountant, believe me, this number of attempts does not, and it will never matter. Now the question is that since you passed CA inter examination, which you say it was tough, it was one of the toughest exam, what do you think? You are an average student or you are exceptional student? What do you think? Some of you said you are an average student and you don't know about yourself. You don't know about yourself? I am asking to you only. First you should know about yourself, then only you can become chartered accountant. I am asking about yourself, whether you are an average student or whether you are a exceptional student. I will not use the word extraordinary because now extraordinary is not considered under Ind accounting standard. Have you done AS5? Have you done AS5, accounting standard 5? Bolo. In AS5, there were ordinary item. Then you have done extraordinary item. Then you have done exceptional item also. I will not ask the meaning right now. What is extraordinary item, what is exceptional item, because I know what you have done at CA Inter. But as per accounting standard, there was extraordinary item in SOPL. SOPL means statement of profit and loss. And there was exceptional item also. So what is the difference between exceptional item and extraordinary item as per AS5? That I will not ask you. Because we do not have accounting standard in our CA final syllabus. That too you have already done. Maja aaya. Correct na? But as per Ind accounting standard, sir, what is accounting standard? What is Ind accounting standard? Ind means Indian accounting standard. So that accounting standard, whatever you have done at CA Inter, that was also related to India only. But do you know the difference between accounting standard and Ind accounting standard? Have you gone through this difference in your office during articleship? Anyone who knows about Ind accounting standard, who has applied Ind accounting standard practically in your office? I think everyone is applying accounting standard. Are yes, bol de. Means I will ask question, I will only say yes. Everyone have applied accounting standard. So have you applied AS5? No, sir. Have you prepared statement of profit and loss? In statement of profit and loss, anytime have you observed exceptional item? Yes? Thank you very much. Someone is saying yes. Have you observed extraordinary item? Yes. Yes. Even though you have not observed, say yes. Better you say yes. Correct na? Okay. So now as per Ind accounting standard, there is only an other item. Now we'll do discussion in detail when we'll start that chapter. The question is that, what was that question? Are you an average student or exceptional student? Now say. Yes, Niharika is saying that yes, applied AS5 while preparing company financial statement. Very good. Someone is saying yes, they are exceptional student. Means they are giving answer. You need to reply. Average or exceptional? How many of you think that you are average student? Raise your hand. Exceptional? What is this? I don't require your blessings, okay? You need to raise hand like this. Okay. Now, and the others? Extraordinary item? So, just try to understand. Means when I am asking whether you are an exceptional or average student and you are not able to answer, and I need to force you to say yes, you are an average or exceptional student, means you don't know about yourself. You pass CA inter examination, you are saying that it was tough examination, you pass that, and then also you are saying you are an average student. Oh my God. From my point of view, each and every student who are right now here is an exceptional student. Means when I passed CA inter examination, that time I was also an exceptional student. And because of that reason we are here. Because of that reason we are here means just try to understand. If you want to know logically, you are feeling cold? Okay. Now logically, out of 100, suppose 100 students has applied for CA foundation exam. Suppose, let me take some number. Then you will understand why I am saying you are an exceptional student. Out of 100 students, what do you think? How many students pass CA foundation exam? 40. देखो पूरा डाटा पता है. 40. Means percentage everyone know. This is the result. Why the 60% are not passing, that you don't know. Acha, no, I am asking how many of you, how many out of 100, how many students pass CA foundation exam in any attempt? Give me highest number. 50, 50, 60 lele? Whatever, highest number, what do you think? But your number is not correct. It will not be more than 50. Because after first attempt in CA foundation, 50% quit exam. But chalo, you have said 60. Can I take 60? Can I take 60? Chalo, as per your 60 student you said pass CA foundation exam, means they will now appear for CA inter group 1 and group 2 exam. Correct? Now, what do you think? Out of 60, how many students will clear both group? Not in one attempt. In any attempt, how many percentage will pass? What do you think? 50%? 1-5. You are saying 1-5. 30%. But 30%. He knows everything confidently. So 30%. Can I take 30%? Let us take 40%. Let us take 40%. 40% of 60, how much? So you said 40%. So 40% of 60, how much? 24. Means 24 students will come to CA final. Out of 100, 24%. Correct now? Means you are among 24%. You are among 24%. And you are saying you are average. Out of 100, 24% student has come to CA final. So believe me, whatever you think about yourself, but I think that you are exceptional student. I think. Means not only you, anyone who passed the examination. Anyone who passed the examination, CA inter examination, are exceptional student. Now, if you are exceptional student, let us assume, because first you need to understand whether you are exceptional or not. So right now, because I need to carry on the class, I need to assume. Let us assume you are exceptional student. We do not have any other options right now. Correct. What do you think? And if you are exceptional student, can I say exceptional? Can I say everyone should become chartered accountant? Everyone should become chartered accountant. If you pass CA inter examination, which is one of the toughest examination as per you, and you are now writing CA, you will be writing CA final examination. From my point of view, everyone should become CA in any attempt. First attempt, second attempt, third attempt, fourth attempt. I am not counting that attempt. But everyone should become CA or not. But that is not the case. That is not the case. So why you are demotivating in the first class only? I am not demotivating. I am just giving the facts. And you should know the facts. And out of 24 students, only some student will become CA. But why only some student become CA? That reason you should know. In the first class only. Because you need to prepare in that way. Now out of 24, what is the percentage of passing CA final examination? 5%, 6%, 10%, 12%, maximum 12%, not more than that. Let us take as a higher note 20%. Can I take 20%? Or higher than 25%? Let us take 30%. इससे ज़्यादा तो होगा नहीं. What do you think? 20 is maximum. No, I am saying in all attempt. Correct now. Let us take 30%. So out of 24, 30% student pass. How many students? 7. Means out of 100, only 7 students will become chartered accountant. And this is the fact. And you will be among 7% only. Don't worry. What do you think? You will be in 7% or outside 7%? In 7%, and that only I want to say. But we need to find out one reason. The student who pass CA inter examination, why they are not able to pass CA final examination in multiple attempts, that reason we need to find out. Even though you are exceptional student, why you are not able, why you not, when I am saying you means it is what, a generic term, general term, okay. You include me also when I was student. You will definitely pass. The question is that the student who passed CA intern examination, being an exceptional student, has done a lot of hard work. Something happened during CA final preparation. Something happened. And because of that reason, they do not pass CA final examination. What may be the reason? What do you think? What may be the reason? You say. What is the reason why student after passing CA inter examination, which you think it is one of the toughest examination, and from my point of view CA final examination is easier as compared to CA inter examination from my point of view. Then also students are not able to pass CA final examination in multiple attempts. What may be the reason? Reason batao. Reason is what? Reason is only one. The student himself. The reason is only the student himself. First day, you are saying that we are the only reason. Yes. Means I passed CA final examination because of my efforts. Not because of any teacher's effort. You will pass CA final examination because of your effort. Not because of any faculty's effort. That you should understand. And right now, what actually have happened, what I have observed from 2005 to 2021, I passed CA final examination in 2005. What changes has happened, that you need to understand. Changes is that now students are totally dependent on. Totally dependent. For each and everything they are dependent on teacher, means they will not do anything by their own. They want each and everything from their teachers, from faculties. And if the faculties are not giving, then they will go to social media. And they will collect all the bakwas information from there. And they will not rely on ICI study material. they will have no faith on ICA study material. You are giving ICA examination, and believe me, out of means, believe me, this only means that suppose there are 100 students in CA final, so only 20% student will study from ICA study material. Balance they will never touch also. How many of you have referred ICA study material in CA inter exam? Oh my God, because of that reason you passed. Because of that reason you passed. And even though you have not studied now, normally what happened in case of CA inter, teacher also follow ICA study material. Dot to dot. As per my experience. But at CA final level, something happened. Lot of amendment, lot of revision, and you are totally dependent on what? Teachers. It does not mean that you should not have faith on me. If you are here, so right now, you should have faith on me. But you should not be dependent on me. I will say what is the meaning of dependent. You will be able to understand what actually I want to say. Correct? So the reason is what, student? If you have two quality, only two quality, with that two quality, you will become chartered accountant. Only two quality, not more than that. One is self-belief that you are chartered accountant. Are you able to understand? Self-belief and determination. Determination to work hard. Work hard does not mean that you need to study 24 hours a day, 18 hours a day, or 15 hours a day. Work hard means you need to work as per the requirement of ICI. Whatever ICI says, that much you need to work. And believe me, when I was student, then we don't used to study 24 hours or 18 hours or 15 hours a day. We used to study as per the requirement of ICI because that time there was no coaching available. Whatever ICI used to say, that only we used to follow. I have taken only coaching for one subject. And balance every other subject I have done from ICA study material. Means anyone who is doing self-study will be also able to pass. And anyone who is taking coaching class may not pass. So it means the reason is what? Why you may or may not pass. You may or may not pass is what? Only you. How you are taking this CA final examination. How you are taking this CA final examination. Correct. We'll come to that part. First, let me say something about the batch. So, everyone have understood that we are here for CA final financial reporting paper 1, which is of 100 marks. Correct. Financial reporting. The subject name is financial reporting. Means in CA foundation, what was the name of the subject for accounts? Do you remember? What was the name given to that paper? Accounts and? No, that was, I said CA inter or CA foundation? I said CA foundation. You are saying fundamentals of accounting. Fundamentals of accounting. Means whatever basic of accounting that you have done where? In CA foundation. Basic, you know. Means golden rules, modern rules. You remember that? What are golden rules? एक बार रुको देखो कितना जल्दी बोलते हैं. What are golden rules for real account? So please don't ask this thing in CA final. I will ask. Correct? What is the golden rules for real account? Debit what comes in? Very good. What is the golden rules for personal account? What is the golden rules for nominal account? Means पूरा रट के आए हो. Correct now? This only your teacher has said and you have applied while recording journal entries. Correct? You all know about golden rules. Have you applied modern rules? Do you know about modern rules? Modern rules means what? Increase, decrease. For asset, increase in asset will be, decrease in asset will be. For liability, reverse. For capital also same as compared to liability. Expense is equal to asset. That you know now. Correct. Now my question is that only because you have done CA foundation and you are here, can I ask one question related to CA foundation? If you permit, otherwise I will not ask. If you permit. Have you given the permission? Can I ask one question? Will you answer? If you don't know, then also what you will answer? Means in any situation you need to answer. Correct? What is real account? Think and say, I am not in hurry. I have 3 hours today. What is real account? You said about golden rules, maja aaya. You said about modern rules, maja aaya. Now what is real account? I said even though you don't know, you need to answer. Raise your hand and say, the student who are listening live classes can also answer. One. Asset and के बाद क्या है? You have not completed the sentence. Please, one thing keep in your mind, I am not demotivating you. I am motivating you how to study in CA final. Na? Otherwise, the results will be repeated, whatever has been done for other students. So you need to understand, I am not demotivating you, okay? So even though you are not able to answer, don't feel bad. Because when I passed CA examination, I was also not knowing what is real account. When I become chartered accountant, that time I was also not knowing what is real account. I was knowing. Financial asset. Any asset which gives monetary benefit are real account. So whether debtor is a real account? So debtor is an asset or liability? Debtor is an asset. So you said it is not a real account. It means your definition is wrong. Whatever you have said that is wrong, accept it. You need to accept it. Yes sir, whatever I have said that is wrong. Anyone who want to answer what is real account? Tangible asset? You want to complete it? Oh, done. So it means intangible assets are not real account. Goodwill is not a real account. They are. Means once again your definition is wrong. Correct? One answer I got, real account deals with assets and liability. Liabilities are not real account. For your kind information, liabilities are not real account. Very good. One answer I got correct. Real account is an account. No, not correct. Full not correct. One answer I got, real account is an account other than personal account. What about nominal account? Something is wrong in that. Means what I want to say that you pass CA foundation exam, you pass CA intel exam, and at CA final level, you don't know what is real account. Means whatever you have studied, that is actually not as per the requirement of ICI. That I want to say. That I want to say. Whatever you have studied, that was not as per the requirement of ICI. Means whatever you have studied, that was as per the requirement of teacher who has given you coaching class. And suppose this question is asked after becoming CA, you become chartered accountant, and interview somebody asks you what is real account, and if you are not able to answer, what impression you will create in the mind of that person? Are you able to understand what I am saying? And suppose somebody, means any junior asks you this question, sir, bhaiya, bhaiya, what is real account? Didi, Didi, what is real account? And you are not able to answer, then what impression you are creating? You know answer, but you are not able to deliver. Because whatever you have done, whatever you have studied till now, that was pure rectification. And because of that reason, the student who pass CA inter examination are not able to pass CA final exam. Because up to CA inter, rectification will do. Up to CA inter, if you have done your classes, if you have done your studies with rectification without knowing the concept, you will pass CA inter examination, but not in CA final. CA final require full conceptual understanding. Full conceptual understanding. So I will not answer what is real account. However, I got one correct answer. But I'll give you a time, one day. I'll give you one day. You need to search, you need to ask from anyone. You can refer any book. You can refer Google Baba. You know Google Baba? And you need to answer me after referring that what is real account. Correct? So once again I will ask this question, what is real account? Tomorrow, in tomorrow's class. Correct? That will be your homework. But why I ask this question? I just want to inform you that even though you pass CA inter or CA foundation and CA inter examination, it might happen you are not able to clear CA final examination. The reason is that the approach you need to change. Approach you need to change. And that approach I will give you. Believe me, CA final is very easy if you have the right approach. Study. And if you do not have right approach, you take 10 attempts, you will not be able to pass. And you might be knowing many students who are writing exam, one attempt, then attempt, coming, means pata nahi kitna attempt. Then also they are not able to qualify. The reason is that they don't know what to study, how to study, why they are studying. They don't know what to study. They don't know how to study. And they also don't know why they are studying. Means right now I will ask you one more question. Can I ask now? Because first day only I discuss this, all this outside information. Once I come to the syllabus, then I only teach. Can I ask one more question? The question is that why you are doing chartered accountancy? Why you are doing this course? Of course, this is one of the most important question of your life. Why you are doing CA? Anyone? Hey, you need to answer even though you don't know. Huh? To become a professional. Why only CA? Means any option given you will do. Means you want to marry? With whom? Options are there. Means whatever options will be there, you will select one. Nalayak? Aisa nahi ho. This is not. Means you are selecting one of the options. It suits us. So why it suits you? To earn the respect. Means from CA you will earn respect. From other course you will not earn respect. And those who are not chartered accountant, they will never earn respect. No. I know many respectful person who are not passed 12th examination also. And they are respectable person. Correct na? Correct? There are many persons. So to earn respect only for doing CA, could have done some other course. Or you could have done something other than this. चलो ठीक है, वन ऑफ द रीजन इज रेस्पेक्ट, आई वी वांट टू क्रिएट आवर ओन आइडेंटिफिकेशन. मीन्स व्हाट आई विल से, by becoming CA you will have your own identity, and with that identity you will gain respect. He could have said this. Means after becoming CA, it might happen you are not gaining respect. It might happen. It might happen. But you have your own identification. Once you become chartered accountant, you will be known with C, with the prefix chartered accountant. One identification is there. Achha, how many of you are doing CA for earning money? Anyone who is doing CA is my passion. Okay, very good. Means when you selected CA, that time it was not your passion. Correct na? In the course of time, you started liking what this CA profession. Now, chalo. The next point of this batch, what is this batch will be applicable for, of course, May 22 and onward exam. That you know. May 22 and onward exam means any attempt after May 22 means it will be also applicable for November 22 and so on. Now one question will be asked, what about amendment? It might happen ki this entire syllabus is for May 22 and November 22. But suppose if you are appearing for May 23 and November 23, any student who is appearing for May 23? So what about amendment? So don't worry about amendment. Amendment is my responsibility, not your responsibility. Any amendment will be given to you by any mode, that is my responsibility. Correct? Yes, sir. Now syllabus cover 2 will cover the entire syllabus as per ICI only. I will teach you as per the requirement of ICI, not any other course. So as per new syllabus, of course we will be dealing with new syllabus. Now old syllabus is obsolete. Correct? Amendment will be provided free of course, don't worry. Anytime I will take amendment class, either face-to-face class or live class, that will be free of cost for my student. Even though it is for free of cost for outside student also. Correct? So don't worry about amendment. How many days I will take to complete the class? It will be 90 days approximately. It can be plus 5 days also. Correct? Starting with the because syllabus of FR is very vast. I can't compromise with the syllabus. Correct now. And if you want, I can reduce the number of days if you all agree, but I need to then delete a portion also. So if you want me to complete the entire syllabus, 90 is the minimum number of days which I need to take. Correct? Each class will be of 3 hours, so you can calculate the number of hours. However, duration I have also written, it will be 280 plus hours. 270 hona chahiye, but plus I have said it will be approximately 280 plus hours. Medium of this batch will be completely English, even though I know Hindi, I know other language, but I will be not using other language. But sometimes because of mother tongue, कुछ आ सकता है, जैसे अभी आया ना, so don't feel bad about that. Okay, correct? Understood? Yes. So it will be complete English. Now, as per backup is concerned, so we'll provide 50% of total hours as backup for both face-to-face class and live class. 50% backup. So how we'll provide backup? How the backup will provide, that will be informed to you, don't worry. Means anytime you miss the classes, so you can listen the classes at your home. Correct? It might happen you have missed some classes or 2 classes or 3 classes because some unusual circumstances. So that time what you can do, you can take the backup classes in your home. You are not supposed to come again for that class face to face. Correct? Yes, sir. So don't worry about backup. The information about how we'll provide backup classes, that will be informed to you from my team. Correct? Then coming to books. So how many books will be provided? Today we will not provide any books because it is already printed and it is in our office, not yet delivered to us. Correct? Not yet delivered to us. But books will provide. One is India's Saransh book. I have given the name Saransh. Saransh does not mean it is a summary. The India's Saransh book will be a multicolored book. This will be like this. This is our India's Saransh book. It will be multicolored. Correct? So that you feel interesting. Black and white maja nahi aata hai. So because of demand, we have made it what? Fully colorful. This will be two volume, volume 1 and volume 2. So this will be having all the contents. Means this India Saransh book will not have any questions, only the content. So I will use this. You need to also use this. Correct? Understood? This is designed in such a way that you can revise entire syllabus before exam. It has been designed in such a way that entire syllabus can be revised before exam. Correct? Understood? Yes, sir. So India Saransh book 2 volumes will be provided to you. Correct. Then question banks will be provided, that will be having 4 volumes. Volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4. Each volume will be having 300 pages. Means 1200 pages. It will be 1200 pages. Only questions. It will be having questions. Questions we have taken from where? Now one question will be asked from where you have taken questions. So we have taken questions. Coverage will be all questions of ICI revised study material. So institute has revised study material for May 22 exam. So all the questions have been taken from that study material. Correct? Means I am teaching as per ICI requirement. Then all the RTPs, MTP up to November 21, means December 21 now. Up to November 21 examinations are covered. RTP means? MTP means? That you know, na? Okay, very good. Then all the exams question up to July 21 exam, means already the November 20 means December 21 exam of financial reporting has been done. But question bank was prepared before that exam. So we have not incorporated any question of November 2021 exam. But this time all the questions of November 21 exam means December 21 exam were from ICS study material. All the questions were from ICS study material. So it means, can I say November 21 exam questions are also incorporated? There was no new questions? Yes, sir. So exam papers up to July 21 exam is also covered. Then I have taken many questions from other sources. So what is the meaning of other sources? That why you are asking? Means in the question bank I have clearly mentioned that these are questions from other sources. If you want to do, do. If you don't want to do, then also do. Correct? If you don't want to do, then also do it. Because in one of the attempt, one question have been asked of 16 marks from that other sources. Correct? Means that question was not in ICI resource. I have taken from some international book and that question was asked in ICI exam. Means these questions are also important and this question may help you in understanding the concept. Correct? Yes, sir. So other sources means I have taken either from old syllabus, ICI old syllabus, or I have taken from some international book. Which international book, that I will not disclose. Otherwise, what you will do, you will go and you will search about that book. Correct? Understood. Don't ask me also. Have you understood this? Any question regarding books? It might happen that your exam is in May 23 or November 23. So RTPs which are not covered in this question bank, it will become your duty to go through that RTP, MTP. Even though I am not giving you, because you are not dependent on me. Are bolna re? You are not dependent on me. So even though if I am not providing that RTP, MTP, it is your duty to refer that RTP, MTP which are not covered in this question bank. Don't worry, I will provide you. But even though I am not providing you, are not supposed to blame me. You are not supposed to blame me because you are independent. Okay? Thank you very much. Then about doubt, how you will clear your doubt? Basically doubts, so face-to-face class you can ask me and you can trouble me at any time during the class, in break time, after the class, you can trouble me. As per live class is concerned, you can ask me the doubts in this chat box. I will refer all the doubt, don't worry. Each and every doubt, whatever you are asking, that will be cleared in the classroom, don't worry. Correct? So basically after the batch, how you will ask the doubt? Doubt will not come in the class. In my last 15 years, I have never seen in my class asking any doubt. Means generally doubts will come when you will do self-study. Because in class, though, you are dependent on me. Whatever I am saying, that is correct only. And you will apply your mind when you are doing self-study. So doubt will come at that time too. We'll provide one Telegram group link. Doubts should be asked in that. You can also call me if I am not able to explain the doubt in Telegram group. So I'll provide you the time. In that time you can call me. I have also created one WhatsApp group, but don't normally WhatsApp group means it is just like a personal relationship. WhatsApp group, family group, आता है ना? So that WhatsApp group I have just created so that we have one personal relationship. So any doubt apart from subject doubt you can ask me where? WhatsApp group. Correct? Means you are engaged with someone, you can message me. If you have gone for some tour, photo you can send me. We'll send thumbs up. So WhatsApp group is for that reason. But all the subject related doubt normally I prefer what Telegram group. Okay? And now what about tests? Whether you will conduct test? So of course I will conduct test, but as per my experience, even though we are conducting tests, CA final student will never write that test because you will write only when you are prepared. So I will provide you, but I know you will not write. You will write? पहला दिन सब बोलता है. I know you will not write, but I will provide you 9 chapter wise tests and 1 grand test after completion of batch. Then for every attempt I normally provide 1 or 2 mock tests for every attempt. So this 9 chapter wise tests will conduct during the class only. Correct? I will provide you the PDF copy. You can write down as per your time convenience. Or if you want, we can arrange the test in the classroom. Correct? But not during the class time. Okay. So test is not a matter. We'll provide. Don't worry. Target. Nothing is given. Target means what? Target means what is our target for this batch? Target means we are studying for how many marks? Everyone should have one target, one goal. When you have that goal, then only we can work on that. So we should fix the target right now only. Correct? So what target I will fix? This is blank. So this target will be as per your opinion. It can be 50 marks, it can be 60 marks, it can be 70 marks, it can be 80 marks, it can be 90 marks, it can be 100 marks, it can be more than 100 marks. If the question paper is of 120 marks. So correct na? So what is your target? How much target we should pick? Because whatever is your target, I will teach as per that target. How much target? You say. What target I should fix? Today only this all discussion will do today only. And then once we start the syllabus, then we'll not stop. You have understood 90 days means it is a long batch. And once I start teaching, you will understand the depth of CA financial reporting. Not like other subject. Means I will say CA financial reporting is a combination of 2 other subjects. Means when I combine SFM and costing, it becomes CA final as per syllabus is concerned, not marks. Marks will be 100 only. Full target I will fix, you will fix. I will fix, you will fix. मैं fix कर दूं. पक्का? पक्का? You will fix, I will fix. You will. How much? 40? 100? Chalo, let us take one approach. Let us fix the marks what I have achieved in CA final in FR. That target we should fix. Means you should beat me because you are my student. Correct now. So my marks was 93. No, nothing to, because that time question paper was means super easy. Therefore I have scored. Otherwise, to kaha. So 93 I have scored. So this should be the target. 93 not 93 plus. Correct. So we'll work on that. Means if I can achieve, then you can also achieve. If I can, then you can. If I can become CA, you can become CA. Nothing to worry. The target will be 93 marks. But whether it is achievable, whether you all can achieve, that depends upon some do's and some don'ts. means you should do something, you should avoid something. Correct now. So what are that? Do's and don'ts. Target is 90 plus. Thank you very much. But aim for 100. अच्छा चलो ठीक है. I am writing 100. Someone is saying, sir, I will aim for 100 to 100 marks. Because when you will aim for 100, then only you will achieve what? 90. Correct? Now, what are the do's and don'ts of our life, not for C examination? I will not write much think about this. Simple things I will write. If you follow this, you can easily become CA. You can easily become CA. First, you should be regular. Sir, everyone says about this. Regular in what sense? Means you should understand what is the meaning of regular. Actually, we don't know what is the meaning of regular. Regular does not mean you need to study every day. Regular does not mean you need to study 15 hours or 16 hours every day. Regular means that you need to be consistent in your study. Whatever you have planned, that should be achieved. Means if you have planned right now that in 90 days you will complete FR syllabus, so FR syllabus should be completed with revision. Correct? Regular does not mean that you need to attend class every day. Of course, you can miss the classes due to some unusual circumstance. But if you have missed some classes, it is your responsibility to do whatever has been done in previous classes. Because in CA final FR paper, if you have missed 2 classes, now then next day you will not be able to understand anything about that particular chapter. Because it will be totally linked. And suppose if I started consolidated financial statement, you know about consolidated financial statement, you have done CA Inter also. Have you understood consolidated financial statement at CA Inter? I know what you have understood. I know. Minority interest. That. Chalo, theek hai. But I know what you have done at CA Inter level. That is totally format based. Am I right or not? You don't know why we are doing that. If I will ask you a question right now about consolidation, that is pure ratification you have done. That I know. I know. But CA Inter में चलता है, CA final में nothing. Correct now. But if I start consolidated financial statement, it will take at least 15 days to complete that chapter. 15 days means 15 to 3, 45 hours. And suppose you missed one class of that consolidation chapter, next day you will not be able to understand. You will think that why I have come to the class. So it will be your duty to take the backup classes and complete that and then come in the class. Regular means that. Understood? Revision. Revision does not mean that you need to revise entire chapter. That is the wrong misconception in the mind. Revision means what? You need to be in touch with the subject. How many of you have completed SFM? No one. Only one. Only one. Achha, any other subject you have completed? Achha, thank you very much. So SFM. When you have completed SFM? Because only one, so I will ask her only. There was some gap. Then I will not ask that question to you. There may be some reason of that. But what I have found that if you have done FR classes, suppose FR batch is completed, then immediately you start SFM or law. Then after that SFM you start other subject, then other subject, and other subject. Then in the meanwhile what happened? You have no time to revise FR, and believe me, right now suppose FR subject you have completed and your exam is after 1.5 years, and you started FR after 1.5 years, you will be totally blank. You will think that once again you take the classes. That gap is dangerous. So what I will say that you should touch FR every day. Touch means touch. Like this. Understood now? Means if you only just observe the key points of any particular chapter, the revision will be complete. How to revise, I will inform you, but right now I want one commitment from you all. That commitment is that every day, whatever we have done in 3 hours, that you will revise for 1 hour every day. Whatever has been done in 3 hours, that can be easily revised in 1 hour. Morning we have done class, in the night you revise. And if someone is listening the classes in the evening, recorded classes, then revise in the morning. Simple. And 1 hour, of course, you have. Anyone who do not have 1 hour? Everyone is going to office. At what time you reach home? 10:30? 10:30 or 9:30 or 10:30 or 11, whatever time. At what time you sleep? 10:30 you come, at what time you sleep? So 10:30, 11 में सोना, so half an hour is only there. But half an hour, so you will take dinner. Means you don't have time. So it means when you will revise? In the office. Very good. Yes, correct. Arre, in the office only. Believe me, I know what you do in your office. I know what you do. Arre Baba, you have work, but I know how much you are working. You have time for WhatsApp chat? That you delete. Facebook delete. Everything delete. Now only India Saran's book. Keep this book with you. Revise whatever we have done. Correct? Means if you want to pass in your attempt, you need to work hard. Work hard means revise properly every day. 1 hour. Only I want 1 hour from you. Nothing more than that. Can you give me that 1 hour? Yes, sir. Then right attitude. What is the meaning of right attitude? Means you should have 3 quality for becoming as a CA final student. First thing, that you need to ask each and every doubt in the class. If you can't ask in the class, ask anywhere, but that doubt should be asked. Means whenever you have any doubt of any concept, whatever you have done in class and you have not understood, please clarify that. There is one saying that if you are not asking doubt, you remain idiot for your entire life. And if you are asking doubt, you remain idiot only for 1 second. Better to ask doubt. Correct? Then second is what? Answer every question, whatever is asked by your faculty. In bracket, even if you don't know. Answer every question means participate. I asked you what is real account. I said even you don't know, answer. Because when you answer, then whatever you are answering, that is most of the time 70% correct. Most of the time 70% it will be correct. And you know what is the percentage of any student who is score rank? Any student who is scoring rank in CA final exam, what is the aggregate percentage of that person? 70%? Not more than that. Are you able to understand whatever I am saying? If you are answering, most of the time you will be 70% correct. Means you can get 70% marks. 70% marks you can get. But if you will not answer, then you will get anda. Means in 100 marks paper, you need to attempt entire question paper even though you don't know. And when you start attempting, something you write, and believe me, as a CA final student, whatever you write correct only. But you need to start. If you see, you will not be able to see the message given in the recording. You will not be able to see. But what is the message I have given? It's the start that stop most of the people. It's the start that stops most of the people. Have you understood the meaning? Means when you start, then only you can complete. And most of the people do not start. Most of the people do not answer. Most of the people do not have an ability to start. If you start, then only you can complete. And if you will not start, and if you will give excuses that we don't know the answer, will not start, you will not be able to become CA. So what will be the target in exam hall? That you will complete 100 marks paper even though you don't know. Start whatever you know. देखा जाएगा. Simply, whatever question I am asking, that you need to answer. Even you, right now you are saying, but in class you will not answer. देखते हैं. Then last point, which is very important. Accept your mistakes. Whatever mistakes you have committed, accept it as soon as possible and rectify it. You have committed a mistake, accept it. Because we are human beings. Human beings are born to do mistakes. We are not animal. Mistakes will be committed by only humans. And we are born to do mistakes. We are born to do mistakes. But if you are not rectifying it, then that is not correct. Accept your mistake. Whatever mistake you are committing, either in class or whether you are when you are doing self-study or at any point of time, accept it, write down somewhere. This mistake we have committed, now will not repeat it. Now will not repeat it. Means right now I have asked one question, real account, and you have not able to answer it. Write down somewhere that we don't know the meaning of real account. Because when you write down somewhere, you realize that yes, we need to study in such a way that we should also understand the meaning of real account, not only the rules. We know the rules, but we don't know the meaning of real account. It does not make any sense because you are doing a course which will give you highest knowledge of accountancy. I think only in this course, highest knowledge of accountancy is given. So it means you need to know each and every terms of accounts. I mean, right now I have not asked what is the meaning of asset. I may ask that also. What is the meaning of asset? Only today I will only check you. Once I will start, I will only answer. Now I am just giving you opportunity that you can participate in the class. What is the meaning of asset? Answer even you don't know. What is the meaning of asset? I am not able to understand who is answering. Big word. Future economic benefit will be derived. Only this much. You are saying if you are deriving future economic benefit, that is an asset. Entity has a right to choose. Right to use, right to sell, give on rent. Me suppose this building, I have a right to use it because I have taken rent. I have deriving future economic benefit. You have come, tuition fee will come, coaching fee. I will enjoy it. Maja aayega. It is generating cash flow. I have taken this building on rent. This is not my premises. Whether this building change कर देती है बार-बार definition. You are changing the definition. Give me complete definition, then I will reply. An item which gives significant benefit to us over a period of time in our control. Okay. Significant benefit. So what is? Okay. Accurate amount with respect to future economic benefit receivable by the entity. Item which gives us significant benefit over a specified period of time. Means one thing is clear, that I will not answer right now. That you don't know the proper meaning of asset also. And you have prepared 1000 times balance sheet. You have written asset. There na asset liability likha na. But you don't know the proper meaning of asset. Proper meaning means as a chartered accountant, as a CA file student, you should know the accurate meaning. Am I right or not? Am I right or not? If I am wrong, then okay. Tomorrow don't come. I'm not saying that your answer is wrong. It might be 50% correct. But answered na. That I want. 50% correct means passed the exam. Means as per ICI, they don't want perfect answer. They want 50% only. Means to become chartered accountant, you want only 50% marks. Super, 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 super easy. Only 50% marks out of 100. Means actually we need to get an aggregate of 50%. And that is not at all tough if you have studied. Correct or not? Means when you were in class 12, what was your target? Your parents have said now you need to score 95, 99%. In school also your teacher used to say we are preparing for 99%. Means that time to pass 12 examination, your aim was 99%. Here the aim is only what? 50%. Super easy. Super easy. Then also students are not able to score 50%. Something is lacking. Lacking is what? No conceptual knowledge. No conceptual knowledge. What to study we don't know. What to study we don't know. Correct? So it means if you have these three principles, you become a CA final student. Normally I found that students do not have this quality. They don't ask doubt, they don't answer, they don't realize what mistake they are committing. Correct? What you should avoid? Three things. Avoid negative people. Dangerous. Super dangerous. Super, super dangerous. Negative people. Before coming to this class, what was your approach towards CA final financial reporting paper? Means what information you have gathered from the market? You know, market means the stock market. Stock market, you know? अरे बोलना रे. Vegetable market, fruit market. वैसे there is one CA market. There is one CA market. Understood? So what information you have got about this subject financial reporting, whether it is tough or easy? Toughest, oh my god. Anyone who have got the information, it is an easy subject? And believe me, this information, this negative mind means you came here in the class with a negative set of mind that this is one of the toughest subject. Yeah, khatam. Now whatever I will teach you will not understand. Don't worry, I'll make it simple. But in your mind it is inserted by these negative people, this FR is toughest subject. Have you studied? Right? Means have you studied it? So why you are saying it is toughest paper? Nothing is tough if you have understood. Means that people they have not understood, that is their quality. Why you are relying on that? That people. Super bakwas. Avoid negative people. It is not complicated because of syllabus. Syllabus is very easy. He is complicated because of this negative people. Because in CA market, 90% students who are in the market are the students who have not cleared the exam. And the students who have cleared the exam are busy with their jobs, Article 6. And the student who have not cleared the exam, they will say it is tough. Don't rely on that. And believe me, if you ask someone who have not done CA, they will also say CA is tough. Means your relative. So your immediate relative. You are doing CA. Whether you will pass. How many attempts? You have not written the exam. How many attempts? Arey Baba. All these negative people avoid. Delete from your life. Delete from your life. These negative friends can be your best friend also. Delete them till you become CA. Till you become CA. Once you become CA, आगले लग जा. Simple approach. Then avoid social media, unnecessary social media. There are some necessary social media. There are some unnecessary social media. Avoid it. Full time wastage technique. I don't have Facebook in my mobile. I have no Instagram in mobile. I use Facebook. I use Instagram only for promotions, which is required in this commercial market, and that is used by my staff, not by me. Time wastage technique. All bakwas video will be there. मजा आता देखने में. You will not know when you are wasting your time. Correct? Avoid making excuses. Have you understood this thing? Have you understood this? Don't give any time any excuse. If you have not completed, means you have not completed. Realize it and complete it. Don't give excuse that we don't have time. If you don't have time, so I was also having no time when I was doing CA. I become CA, you need to become CA. You are also doing article C. I have also done article. Simple logic. Correct? Don't give excuse. Now coming to the content. Coming to the content. So before starting the content, we'll take a break. We'll take a 10-minute break. That will be sufficient. We'll take 10-minute break. Then we'll start to the content of this CA financial reporting paper. Meanwhile, if you have any doubt, you can ask me in break time also. Okay? Break started. Can we start once again, everyone? Yes, sir. Now, as per the content is concerned, CA final financial reporting paper, the weightage has been given by ICI only. Correct? So let us understand first what is the content. Because whenever you start any subject, you should know what actually we are going to study. Even though you will not be able to understand anything right now, but let us have a look. For example, whenever you go to some restaurant, first what you observe? What menu? But all item you will not purchase now. Some item you know, some item you don't know. And when we go to 5-star hotel, no item you will be able to understand. The name will be given in some hi-fi language, we will not be able to understand what actually it is. We need to ask the waiter what actually it is. Correct now? So that is just like that situation right now. So I am the waiter, you are whatever. So text, it has been divided, the entire syllabus as per ICI has been divided into 7 parts, and weightage has been given as per that 7 part. The first part you can see it is 10 to 15% marks, means out of 120 marks, 120, because question paper will be of 124 marks. Correct now? So 10 to 15%, this will be the weightage. What are the content here? First, conceptual framework for financial reporting under Indian accounting standard. Conceptual framework. Conceptual framework. This chapter is totally revised now. Means as per last attempt and as per May 22 attempt, the chapter has been totally revised. Previously, this chapter we used to do in 1 hour, but now it will take more than 3 hours. The chapter totally revised. Conceptual framework. I think in CA Inter you have done one chapter, framework for preparation of financial statement under accounting standard. You have done. What you have done in that you don't know, because normally teacher don't teach that chapter. Normally teacher don't teach, or they say that do it by your own. Correct? The meaning of asset was given in that chapter. Meaning of liability, meaning of income, meaning of expense, meaning of equity was given in that chapter. But that chapter you have not done. I am right. I know what you have done. Correct? So this is nothing but related to that chapter, but totally new chapter, conceptual framework. But this chapter I will do at the end. This will be my last chapter. Okay? Means this is the weightage given by ICI, but teaching unit 2 means you will do the class as per my approach. Correct? Yes, sir. Then second is application of Indian accounting standard with reference to general purpose financial statement. What is the application of Indian accounting standard? So we need to understand what is the difference between accounting standard and Indian accounting standard. Of course, today we will start with this chapter only, application of Indian accounting standard. This will be first chapter. Once we know what is Indian accounting standard, we can start with Ind AS. Yes, sir. Then in this, there are four points. Application of Indian accounting standard will do. Then there are some Indian accounting standard which will be applied for the preparation of general purpose financial statement. What is the meaning of general purpose financial statement? It is nothing but balance sheet, statement of PL, statement of cash flow, and notes to account. There is one more statement. I don't know whether you know about a statement or not. Do you know about a statement of changes in equity? Have you prepared at any time? Statement of changes in equity. You have never prepared because in CA Inter it was not in syllabus. But have you prepared statement of changes in equity in your office? So from where you know about that statement? You said yes, sir. Statement of changes in equity? Huh? No, that fund flow statement bakwas. That is not a part of financial statement. Cash flow statement is a part of financial statement. Fund flow statement is not a part of financial statement. That is voluntarily prepared if required by any entity. Anyone who knows about statement of changes in equity? Actually, you are thinking statement of changes in equity is like a fund flow statement. No. Totally separate. So it means just try to understand, you are into CA final and from office means you are doing article C, but you don't know anything about Ind AS and this statement of changes in equity. Means one commitment I will also give you from my side. I have taken 2 commitments from your side. That you need You need to have self-belief and you need to have a determination. That is your commitment. My commitment is that once you complete this entire batch, then you can challenge any chartered accountant related to Ind accounting standard. You can challenge. Means that much knowledge I will provide. You can challenge any chartered accountant, I am saying, not CA final student. You can discuss Ind AS with any CA and your value will be increased after this entire syllabus. That is my commitment from my side. Means I am not giving any guarantee of passing the exam. That guarantee I never give. Pass, that depends upon your effort. Good marks depends upon your effort. But knowledge I can provide. Knowledge I can provide. And that knowledge will be highest knowledge. That much commitment I can give. Correct? So in this there are first Ind AS on the first time adoption of Indian accounting standard. Means whenever any entity is applying for the first time Indian accounting standard, how to apply. Correct? So that is based on Ind AS 101. Means number is what? 101. 101. Correct? Yes, sir. Ind AS on presentation of item in the financial statement. So we have 3 Ind accounting standard in that. Ind AS 1, Ind AS 7 and Ind AS 34. Ind AS 1 is for statement of PL balance sheet. Ind AS 7 is for statement of cash flow. And Ind AS 34 is for interim financial reporting. Whatever I am saying, only you to listen and then forget. Because you are not understanding anything, I know. Correct now? Yes, sir. Then third is Ind AS on measurement based on accounting policy. Measurement based. So in this we'll do 3 Ind AS 8, Ind AS 10 and Ind AS 113. Ind AS 8 related with accounting policies, accounting estimates and any error. Just similar to, I will say, accounting standard 5. Correct. Then Ind AS 10 is what? Event occurring after. Now balance sheet date is known as reporting date. Now in my class we will not use balance sheet date, we will use a reporting date. The correct term is reporting date. So event occurring after reporting date. What AS you have done? AS 4. AS 4 you have done? Related to that is Ind AS 10. And there is one Ind AS 113, that is for fair value measurement. Now Ind AS deals with fair value. Our accounting standard does not deals with fair value. In Ind AS, all measurement will be based on fair value. Now if all measurement will be done at fair value, how to measure fair value, that we need to understand. So for measurement of fair value, there is one specific Ind AS, that is Ind AS 113. Correct? That will be discussed in later classes. Then we have Ind AS on income statement, that is second part. You can see second part. Ind AS on income statement, only one Ind AS we have, that is Ind AS 115. You have done AS 9 and AS 7. AS 9 was what? AS 7 was what? So that was also revenue for construction contract, means how to recognize the revenue. In this we'll discuss about how to recognize the revenue. Correct? And this Ind AS on income statement, I think AS 9 and AS 7 you have completed in one day only. This will take 5 class. Revenue recognition. Means we'll do detailed discussion about revenue in this. All types of revenue. Correct? And this one single Ind AS will be of 10 to 15% marks. One single means important from examination point of view. Correct? Then coming to part 3. We have 15 to 25%. In this, we have Ind AS on asset and liabilities of financial statement, including industry-specific Ind AS. Ind AS on assets and liability. Can I say most important item for a balance sheet is assets and liability, and we need to understand how to recognize that assets and liability. For example, already you have done AS 10 revised. You have done, that is for which? Property, plant and equipment. You have done AS 13 investment. You have done AS 2. So similarly, we have various Ind AS in this related to assets and liabilities. Liabilities, you have done AS 29. Provision, contingent liabilities and contingent asset. Correct now? So this will be various Ind AS. This entire Ind AS will carry 15-25% marks. 25% means normally a question of 20-25% marks will come from this category. Correct? So it will be Ind AS 2, Ind AS 16, Ind AS 116, lease. We have lease. You have done AS 19. Have you understood? Have you left? How many of you left? Thank you very much. Okay. So just try to understand. Means CA Inter is totally different from CA final. CA Inter was toughest, but maja aaya. You passed na. You passed na. Maja aaya. But if you carry on the same approach, CA final is dangerous. So you need to forget whatever you have done in CA Inter. If you are thinking we have done selective study, you have passed, so that will not make any sense here. We'll do complete thorough study. One time study, lifetime CA. Understood what I have said? One time study, we'll study one time, but lifetime CA will become. Correct? Yes, sir. Then in AS 23, you have done AS 16. Borrowing cost. Means I am just giving the name so that you feel, this too we have done. Same thing we have. And AS 16 and in AS 23 are 99% same. Means whatever you have done in CA Inter, that will do. Understood what I am saying? Yes, sir. Then Ind AS 38 intangible asset, you have done AS 26. Correct? Then Ind AS 40 as new Ind AS investment property. Means there was no specific accounting standard for investment property, but under Ind AS we have a specific accounting standard for investment property. Investment property. What is investment property? We'll discuss. Ind AS 105 is totally new. Ind AS 41 is also totally new. Agriculture. We have no accounting standard for agriculture. Do you know about biological asset? Biological asset means any living animal and plant, excluding human being. That as per accounting terms, biological asset means living animal and plant. So we have a standard on that also. That is known as Ind AS 41. Correct? Then Ind AS 19 employee benefit. I think you have not done AS 15. That was not covered under CA Inter syllabus. AS 15 you have not done? Employee benefit. So that is related to this Ind AS 19. Ind AS 37 is nothing but AS 29. Provision, contingent liability, contingent asset. Means can I say whatever AS you have done, if you have a similar Ind AS, it's simple na? Simple. Correct? Yes, sir. I am just informing that the syllabus is more or less same. Then coming to the fourth part, 15% to 20%, this is having three categories of chapter. First is Ind AS on item impacting the financial statement. Means any Ind AS which will impact the financial statement. There are two standard on that. One is Ind AS 12. You have done AS 22? Deferred tax. Have you understood? From examination point of view, you have understood. Correct na? Have you understood deferred tax? Are bol yes or no? No? Chalega, take it. Means you are at right place. You are at right place. Ind AS 21. Have you done AS 11? AS 11 to you have understood. Foreign exchange. The effects of foreign exchange. That I think you have understood. Bol the yes sir. Similar to that is Ind AS 21. You are not saying yes sir also. Point number 7 means in this category, this is point number 2 only. Ind AS on disclosure in the financial statement. There are three Ind AS related to disclosure requirement. Specific disclosure requirement. One is Ind AS 24 related party. You have done AS 18? I will not say similar, but to some extent similar. Ind AS 24. Ind AS 33, you have done AS 20 earning per share. Basic and diluted earning per share. That you have understood. I will say 80% same. 80%, 20% I will teach. Yes, sir. In AS 108, you have done AS 17. Segment reporting. This is operating segment. I will say this is also 80% same. Correct. Then other Ind AS we have Ind AS 20. You have done AS 12. Government grant. I will say 90% same. 90% same. Same. You pass. See financial reporting super easy. Are bolna re? Yes, you need to say easy. It's easy only. If you have understood, easy, and you will understand because I am here. Correct. Then we have Ind AS 102. One chapter you have done ESOP. ESOP in CA Inter you have done as per which accounting standard? ESOP you have done na? Employee compensation account, debit to stock option outstanding account. Maja aata tha? That you have understood na that chapter. I think 6 marks and 6 out of 6. Every student will understand who have studied. That you have done as per which accounting standard? As per which accounting standard? Very good, excellent. It was not as per any accounting standard. There was no accounting standard related to ESOP, but there was one guidance note. Guidance note means what? What is the difference between guidance note and accounting standard? To provide guidance. An accounting standard is not to provide. This is correct. Guidance note is issued by ICI to give some accounting treatment for which we do not have accounting standard. Accounting standard is mandatory as per Companies Act. Guidance note is not mandatory as per Companies Act, but it is recommendatory because it is provided by ICI, our godfather. Our godfather, na? Bolna. So ICI is our god as well as father. So we are not supposed to blame God as well as means. Just try to understand, in your family, if suppose something wrong has been done by your father, it happens. You know, father is not correct. Some decision is taken by my father only. I know he's not doing correct, but will you blame your father in front of your public? Internally chhod. But in public will you blame? Re bolna re. So should we blame ICI in front of public? Never. Never. Whoever is doing, they are not chartered accountant. Whoever is doing, they are not chartered accountant. I totally oppose. If you are doing, you are also not chartered accountant. So we are not chartered accountant. No. One thing, try to understand. Right now, you are chartered accountant. You need to know this fact. You are chartered accountant. You are not a CA final student. This CA final exam is only a formality. It is only a formality. Only the attempt will come. You write down the exam as per the formality of ICI, pass, and whatever you are doing right now, that only will be done after becoming. Only the remuneration will change. Only the remuneration will. But right now you are chartered accountant. You need to act, you need to think, you need to behave like chartered accountant. Understood? Now, then this fifth part is very important, and you can see 10%, 20% marks from this, but this fifth part will consume most of the time of our class. You can see one chapter is business combination and accounting for corporate restructuring. You have done one chapter, amalgamation. As per which AS? AS 14. You have understood that chapter. Amalgamation, you have understood there were two types of amalgamation. Amalgamation in the nature of merger. Do you remember that? Maja aaya tha? Correct? I hope you have understood that chapter. Correct? Yes, sir. This is based on Ind AS 103. Ind AS 103. Only one Ind AS. Then we have consolidated and separate financial statement. Consolidated and separate financial statement. I hope everyone know that this is for a parent company. Parent company means any company which control subsidiary company, means other entity. So any entity which is controlled by parent company is known as subsidiary company. So we prepare consolidated and separate financial statement for parent company. This chapter is only for parent company. Understood? Correct. So this will be based on, you can see there are 5 in the accounting standard: Ind AS 27, Ind AS 28, Ind AS 110, Ind AS 111, Ind AS 112. We need to understand. Correct. Then we have 6 part. This is also very important chapter, and when we will start this chapter, it will change the entire accounting whatever we have done till now. Means this chapter will bring a revolutionary change in your life. And you will start feeling that whatever you have done till now, that why we have done. Understood? So this will bring a revolutionary change in your accounting life. The name of the chapter is financial instrument. And there was no accounting standard related to financial instrument. Means in this chapter we'll discuss about financial asset and financial liability. Now what is financial asset and financial liability, that you don't know, because first time you are listening these terms, financial asset and financial liability, correct? Have you listened this term anytime in any balance sheet? Have you seen this word financial asset and financial liability? You have not referred, you have not observed, because you have till now you have not prepared any balance sheet for any company who are applying Ind accounting standard. So financial asset, a simple example I will say, debtor is a financial asset. Debtor is a financial asset. There was no accounting standard for debtor. There was no accounting standard for creditor. Creditor is a financial liability. Can I say in a balance sheet, what is more important? Property, plant and equipment is more important, or data is important from shareholders' point of view? Like, what is the use of PP? PP is already, this camera is no use for me. This camera, it is working. Okay, thank you very much. But receivable is very important. If it is not received, then this camera is under my control. मजा आ रहा है देखो, correct now? And if it is not working, it means it will be discarded. I will purchase another camera. It can be done, it can be repaired also. But what about data? What is more important, data or PP? This camera? Data. But we do not have any accounting standard for. Something was lacking there. Because of that reason, we have a very important accounting standard, Ind AS 31, Ind AS 107 and Ind AS 10. Oh, sorry, Ind AS 32. Correct? Accounting and reporting for financial instrument. This chapter will take 15 days. How many days? 15 days. This consolidation will take how many days? 15 days. And this business combination will take 10 days. This 3 chapter will take how many days? 40 days. Understood? Yes. Then point number 7, there are some miscellaneous topic which is also important from examination point of view. The one of the chapter is analysis of financial statement. Analysis of financial statement means they will give you incorrect balance sheet. You need to correct it as per the requirement of Ind AS. Means this chapter can be done only when entire Ind AS is completed. So this will be also done at the end of the batch. Then integrated reporting, one theoretical concept is there. It is totally a theoretical chapter. We'll do at the end of the batch. Corporate social responsibility. You know CSR? You all know from Companies Act. So what will be the accounting for CSR? That will be done under this chapter. So these 3 means this point number 6 and point number 7 are not based on Ind accounting standard. Means these are the 2 topics which is not related to Ind accounting standard. Means apart from these 2 topics, all chapters are based on. Means can I say this CA final financial reporting paper is nothing but Ind accounting standard? 100% Ind accounting standard? Means we need to have a complete knowledge of Ind accounting standard. Now what is Ind accounting standard? That we need to understand. So what is Ind accounting standard? Now I will inform you. Now as per current scenario, there are 2 type of companies. As per current scenario, there are 2 type of companies. You can start writing now. This PDF I will give you. This PDF I will give. Okay? For your reference, however not required. However not required. Now whatever I am writing, that you should write down. I will not say you to write down. It is your duty to write down. Correct? So there are 2 type of companies. As per current scenario. One is company to which Ind AS. Ind means Indian, AS means accounting standard. Correct? To which Ind AS applies. Correct? And the other companies will be the company to which Ind AS does not apply. Correct? To which Ind AS does not applies. Correct. Means there are two type of companies. Means one thing is clear that for these we need to study Ind AS, Ind accounting standard. So their financial statement is prepared as per Ind accounting standard. And for these companies will prepare financial statement by applying no, we are right now doing, these are Indian companies, okay? We are not discussing about foreign companies. Companies means as per Companies Act. If I am saying company in our class, so that is not company incorporated outside India. We are discussing about companies which are incorporated in India and to which Companies Act is applicable. Companies, which Companies Act? Companies Act 2013. Understood? So to which Ind AS does not apply, for them financial statement you will prepare, you will not prepare. Because every company financial statement need to be prepared. Correct? That you know. So for them AS will be applicable, accounting standard. Means whatever you have done in CA Enter, that is also relevant. Means I am not saying that with the introduction of Ind AS accounting standard become obsolete. No. Means whatever you have done in CA Enter, that is for which companies? That will be applicable for those companies to which Ind AS is not. No, it means now we need to understand for which company Ind AS is applicable, for which company Ind AS is not applicable. That we need to understand. Correct? Means now the question is that we need to follow what? Right now whatever we are doing as per Companies Act. This everything is given under Companies Act. Now one doubt will come, so what about non-companies, non-corporate entity? Means what about partnership firm? What about sole proprietor? Whether they will prepare financial statement based on accounting standard or Ind accounting standard? One thing is clear that to them Ind AS is not applicable. So whether AS is applicable? Whether AS is applicable for partnership firm? Whether AS is applicable for partnership firm? Yes or no? Yes. Which AS? Which AS? Based on entity. Where it is given? As per company's law? Then as per which act? As per GAAP? What is GAAP? Where you have studied that GAAP says that we need to prepare our financial statement based on accounting standard? AS1. So I am saying AS1 is applicable as per which context? That I am asking. Half knowledge you have. Correct now? Understood. Means one doubt will come. The doubt is that whether AS is applicable to non-corporate or not. But one thing is right now clear that AS or Ind AS is applicable and it is mandatory applicable for companies. It is mandatory applicable. Now the question is that this AS is which accounting standard? This is the AS which has been notified. This is notified under where? No? Companies Accounting Standard Rules 2006. This has been notified under Companies Accounting Standard Rules 2006. Means whatever you have done at CA Enter, this was the accounting standard. It was notified, it is notified under Companies Accounting Standard Rules 2006. Understood? Correct. And these Ind AS are notified where? Under under companies Indian accounting standard rules 2015. Indian accounting standard rules 2015. Understood? Correct. Means you can see both are different. Both are different. This is a separate rules. This is separate rules. And one thing is clear that these rules are not applicable to non-corporate, because this is given under Companies Act and rules. Understood? Correct. Now, of course, now one doubt is coming that why we are applying accounting standard for partnership firm and sole proprietor. If you are applying, and of course you might be applying in your office. Correct? But there is one question, why we are applying? Because for proprietorship and partnership there is no act. Partnership Act has nothing to do with books of account. Partnership Act is silent about what? Preparation of balance sheet and SOPL. Am I right or not? Now one doubt is coming, why we are preparing if there is no act? Why? The question should be asked now. Yes sir. But I'll come to that part after one discussion. Now you have prepared balance sheet and SOPL in CA Inter for companies to which AS is applicable. So you have prepared balance sheet and SOP as per which format? Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. पूरा बोलना ना. Schedule 3 of what? Banking or what? Banking Regulation Act? Companies Act? Yes sir. So Schedule 3 of Companies Act. In that Schedule 3 of Companies Act, I don't know whether you have been informed or not, because that is actually not required for CA Inter syllabus. So it might happen your teacher might not have said. How many divisions we have in Schedule 3? Part 1, Part 2 not. Part 1, Part 2 is different. Part 1 is for balance sheet, Part 2 is for SOPL. I am saying how many divisions? You might not be not knowing. There are 3 divisions. How many divisions? 3 divisions. Division 1, 2, 3. Division 1 has given format for balance sheet and SOPL for these companies. For which companies? Oh sorry. Division 1, mistake, I have written this. Division 1 is applicable for these companies for which AS is applicable. Means whatever you have done, that is based on Division 1 at CA Inter. Whatever format you have done. And Division 1 format will not be applicable to the company to whom Ind AS is applicable. Means can I say we will have a different set of format for Ind AS companies? Format will change? Yes sir. Means Division 2 of Schedule 3 of Companies Act will be applicable to those companies to whom Ind AS will be applicable. Correct? There are changes because of changes in standard. So of course we need to change the format. What are the changes we'll understand in our later classes. Correct? This much you have understood? So this Division 1 and Division 2. What about Division 3? Division 3 is not in our syllabus because that is for non-banking financial company. You know about NBFC? And because NBFC is not in our syllabus, CA finance syllabus, therefore we are not referring Division 3. So Division 3 is applicable for NBFC which apply Ind AS. So because NBFC is not in our syllabus, so I am not referring that. Understood whatever I am saying? Are you able to understand my emotions or not? Are you able to understand my emotions? If you will not understand my emotions, you will get motions in exam. Are bolna re? Understanding? Yes sir. So this is as per Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. As per Companies Act 2013. Understood? So can you see this is CA final and this is CA Inter. In CA Inter. Can I say in CA Inter, already you have done accounting and advanced accounting. Advanced accounting you have done. Advanced accounting. Accounting to kiya. Advanced accounting. In advanced accounting, what you have done? Banking company. Insurance company also, na? I think that is removed from the syllabus. Acha, chalo, old syllabus might be there. Chalo, insurance company. Then what? Consolidated financial statement. Partnership. Advanced partnership. Everything advanced you have done means in CA Inter already you have done accounting. In CA Final will not do accounting. Will do what? Reporting. There is a difference between reporting and accounting is done by accountant. And we are not accountant. We are chartered accountant. And who do reporting? Chartered accountant. Difference understood? Means till CA Inter you have become accountant. Now from accountant you will become chartered accountant with this Ind AS and this paper. Means once you become CA, you will never prepare journal. You will never prepare ledger. You will never prepare trial balance. You will never prepare balance sheet, financial statement. Means CA never prepare balance sheet and SOPS. That is the job of accountant. Correct now? Chartered accountant only report in such a way that it will be understood by the user of financial statement. So we do reporting. Reporting means how to present them, how to prepare them in such a way that it gives reliable and relevant information to the user of financial statement. That is the difference between accountant and chartered accountant. Now accountant know rules, but chartered accountant also know what is real account. Difference here. And if you pass CA examination, you become CA without knowing the definition of asset and without knowing the definition of real account, it means you are incomplete chartered accountant from my point of view. You know what is the average salary of a chartered accountant? Average salary, in market. Total salary drawn by all chartered accountant divided by number of chartered accountant. What is the average salary right now? I don't know because I don't care about that. 3 lakh, itna bhi kam nahi hai. 8 to 10, pura information. He knows everything about the market. 8 to 10. Chalo, let us take it 12 lakh. 12 lakh means how much per month? 1 lakh. What is the tax rate? 30%. Means you are getting what? 70,000 in hand? Approximately 70,000 in hand. Correct? Means this is average. There are many chartered accountants who are getting only 6 lakh, 5 lakh, 3 lakh also. I have taken average. My question to you are, and of course, it may, after 10 years, this may reach to, I will say 20 lakh or 25 lakh. It may reach. My question to you all, are you doing CA for this much money? Socho. This I have taken average salary. There are many chartered accountants who are getting 3 lakh, 6 lakh or 5 lakh per annum. And that number is more. That number is more. If I will take 6 lakh divided by 12, 50. 50 minus 50 into 70% is around 35,000. Are you doing CA for 35,000? 35,000. A BCom graduate will also earn 35,000, Simply. So the question is that why they are not getting registration? So they passed the examination, but they are not. There is a difference between passing CA examination and becoming CA. If you pass CA examination without knowledge, no one will give money to you. No one will give. So you need to have complete knowledge with practical understanding. After becoming CA, if suppose, I'm not saying about you, but after becoming CA, if you are not able to get any job, it means what? Why you have done CA? Simple. And there are many students who become chartered accountant and they are not getting jobs also, because of lack of practical understanding. That we need to understand, okay? That we need to change. CA final, CA inter understood. Now, what is Ind AS? AS, you know, AS is also related to Indian context. Ind AS is also related to Indian context. But what actually required the need of Ind accounting standard? Now, what happened? During 2001 basically, internationally, every country become a open country. Means not India. India become open country in the year open economy, 1990s. Correct now. And because of that, there was a need of accounting standard for preparation of financial statement. And you know, during that year only in 1990s, accounting standard were issued. Understood now? But in 2000 in the global market, there was a need of a common set of accounting standard for each countries. And because of that reason, in 2001, what happened? IFRS committee was set, International Financial Reporting Standard. Before that, we were having International Accounting Standard. Before that, we were having International Accounting Standard Board. Correct now. Means before that, we were having IASB. IASB means what? International Accounting Standard Board. I does not means Indian. I means, and IND means whenever I am saying IAS means International Accounting Standard. Whenever I say Ind AS means Indian Accounting Standard. Means before 2000 what happened? Before 2000, this International Accounting Standard Board has already issued 41 International Accounting Standard. 41. Means we were having IAS 1 to IAS 41. But out of that, many International Accounting Standard has been deleted also. Means actually there is no, in number it is not effectively 41. Correct now? Means we have IAS 1, we have IAS 2, but we do not have IAS 3. It is already deleted. As such, in accounting standard AS 8 is deleted. In accounting standard AS 8 we have. It is deleted. AS 8. AS 7 we have. What is the name of AS 8? I think you have not studied because it is deleted. AS 6 deleted. Similarly, in this also there are many international accounting standard which is now does not exist. Understood? Then after this 2001, whatever standard was issued, that was known as IFRS. Means before 2001 it was known as IAS. I have written IAS, International Accounting Standard. After 2001, whatever international accounting standard were issued, that were known as what? IFRS. But this committee has not changed the name of previous international accounting standard. Means if IAS 1 was relevant, they have not changed the name of IAS 1 as well as number of IAS 1. IAS 1 was known as IAS 1 only. But any new international accounting standard which have been issued by International Financial Reporting Committee, that is known as what? IFRS. Means till now, till date, we have IFRS 1 to 16. IFRS 1 to 16. Understanding? So why you are discussing about international via Indian? Maja aa raha hai. Let us discuss. Correct now? Have you understood this? Whatever I have said? I think you are understanding. Correct? Now, in the year 2001, when globally all the countries started thinking about adopting international accounting standard, India also started thinking adopting what? International Accounting Standard. And it took 15 years. India took 15 years from 2001 2015 to actually incorporate what? Because of our corrupted government. Will pass, then once again pending. 2001 they started first time discussing in the parliament. You know parliament? Huh? In the parliament they started discussing about international accounting standard, but it took 15 years to actually implement international accounting standard. You can see 2015. Understood? So can I say India started thinking about adoption of international accounting standard in 2001 only, but they have taken 15 years to actually launch it. Correct? Understood. Now this Ind accounting standard is the converged form of international accounting standard. When I say international accounting standard, I am also referring international financial reporting standard. When I am saying IFRS, it include what? IAS. So can I say Ind AS is the converse form of what? IFRS. Have you understood? But accounting standard is not converse form of international accounting standard. Means can I say Ind AS and international accounting standard are more or less same? But accounting standard is totally different from international accounting standard. Are you able to understand? Yes, sir. Means can I say Ind AS is converged form of IFRS. I hope now you have understood what I want to say. Converged. Converged means what? This Indian government has not fully adopted international accounting standard. Indian government says that we are well equipped. We can change the international accounting standard as per the requirement of Indian economic conditions. There are many countries who has fully adopted international accounting standard, but Indian government says no, will not fully adopt international accounting standard or IFRS, will change it as per the requirement of Indian economic condition. Therefore it is converged. So we have not adopted, we have adopted the converse form of international accounting standard. We have not fully adopted, we have adopted the converse form of what? IFRS. Have you understood this? Now the question is now arises, what will be the number? You can see this is known as IAS 1 to 41, this is IFRS 1 to 16. To have an ease of understanding, what number has been given in Ind AS? This has been given the number Ind AS 1 to Ind AS 41. Means IAS 1 become Ind AS 1. IAS 41 become Ind AS 41. Means whenever I say Ind AS 41, you should understand it is the converse form of International Accounting Standard 41. And this number, can I say we can't give Ind AS 1 once again? Therefore, they have given a number Ind AS what? Ind AS 101 to 116. Means whenever we say Ind AS 116, it is IFRS 16. Means when I am saying Ind AS 101 in my first, means when I was doing the content, you might be thinking 101 100. Aisa nahi hai. Means from examination point of view, we need to study only 35 to 36 in accounting. Only 35 to 36. Don't worry about syllabus. Syllabus is very easy. Have you understood? So whenever I say Ind AS 102, it means what? IFRS 2. However, not required from examination point of view, but required for becoming chartered accountant. Difference understood? It is required for becoming chartered accountant. Whenever I say Ind AS 40, IAS 40. Understood? Very good. Correct? Yes. Number you have understood? Now, what happened in international market? Due to recent development, there may be some development which requires some accounting treatment, and for that we might not have any Ind accounting standard. It might be a case due to recent development, we require some accounting treatment for a particular development, but we might not having any international accounting standard or IFRS for that particular transaction. It is quite possible. For that reason, they have one committee which is known as IFRIC. IFRIC means what? International Financial Reporting Interpretation Committee. Understood? And before 2001, we were having SIC. SIC means what? Standard Interpretation Committee. If you want to write down full form, otherwise not required, you have Google Baba. You have Google Baba. SIC, search. The word will come with spelling. SIC means what? Standard Interpretation Committee. IFRIC means what? They have also given many interpretation which is not a part of existing international accounting standard and IFRS. Understood whatever I am saying? Suppose they have given some accounting treatment which is not a part of existing international accounting standard and IFRS. It is quite possible because that is not yet incorporated in that. Now the question is that interpretation, whether it is a part of our syllabus, whether under Ind AS it has been incorporated. The answer is yes, it has been incorporated as an appendix. So whenever I say appendix in Indian context, there are many appendix to various Ind AS. This appendix is nothing but interpretation given by IFRIC or SIC. Understand whatever I am saying? Are you able to understand? There are many appendix added to Ind AS. So whenever I say appendix, so kya dimag mein aana chahiye? What you should think? It is an interpretation given by IFRIC and SIC. Now it is a part of appendix. Understood? I am just giving this is for common sense. Not so much common. Understood. This also you have understood. Have you understood? I hope. Simple. Now, the last question for today is which company Ind AS is applicable? Can I say once you understand कि for this company Ind AS is applicable, so for balance company Ind AS is not applicable. Correct? For that, some criteria has been given in what? Company's Indian accounting standard rules. That we need to understand which company will fall in this category. Correct? Let us come to that chapter. So right now we are doing chapter number 2. I have sent you the PDF in WhatsApp group. I don't know whether you have downloaded or not. If you want to download. If you don't want to download, you have what? On screen. Correct? Don't download because this is more efficient. So Ind AS introduction. I hope now you have understood what actually Ind AS means. Understood? So Ind AS means what? It is an international financial reporting standard. When I say IFRS also include IAS. Ye dhyan rakhna. That you need to keep in your mind. I am using IFRS because now we don't say it IAS. Correct? Yes, sir. International Financial Reporting Converged Standard issued by central government, because with Companies Act power has been given to central government to form accounting standards and in accounting standard. Power is given to, but of course central government will be busy for what? Corruption. So they will pass on this work to MCA. MCA means understood whatever I am saying. Now Modi is busy in some other work. So they have one special committee for formulation of what? Accounting standard. So what they said? By central government of India through Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Understood? Under the supervision and control of ASB, Accounting Standard Board. Accounting Standard Board of ICAI, our godfather, important person. Huh? With consultation means they will take all the advice from ASB. Importance has been given to ICAI. Are you able to understand? Yes, sir. However, entire Ind accounting standard is formed by ASB only. Understood? Yes, sir. So issued by Central Government of India through Ministry of Corporate Affairs under the supervision and control of ASB of ICA and in consultation with, you know about NACAS, now it is known as NAFRA. You know, previously it was known as National Advisory Committee on Accounting Standard, NACAS. Now it is known as National Financial Reporting Authority, NAFRA. I think you know about this. NAFRA has been given more power as compared to NACAS. As compared, NACAS means National Advisory Committee on Accounting Standard. In 2001, NACAS was formed. Then the name was changed recently to what? NAFRA. That is a part of audit or law subject. I don't know. That you will deal there. But in layers you have understood. It is a converged form. Chalega? Yes, sir. Now, before coming to the other part, I need to clear one of your doubt. Is sir, what about non-corporate? Because if I will not discuss doubt, doubt will remain doubt forever. What about non-corporate entity? Now what happened? During 1990s, when the Indian economy became open economy, however, Accounting Standard Board was formed in the year 1977. Accounting Standard Board, ICAI, was formed in the year 1977. Means ICAI understood the importance of accounting standard in the year 1977 only. But that time India was a closed economy. When India was a closed economy, then there was no merger and acquisition much. Therefore, there was no need of accounting standard for the preparation of financial statement. Means we were a part of one family. In family, there is no need of any financial statement. But when we do discussion with outside family, what is required? A proper reporting is required, na? So India became open economy in the year 1990s due to whom? Due to Dr. Manmohan Singh. He is the best finance minister of India. I don't know about prime minister, but he was one of the best finance minister who changed the entire Indian economy. Who changed the entire economy from closed to open economy. You know about this? Thank you very much. So Manmohan Singh, great finance minister. 1990 means, can I say, once India became an open economy, there was a need of accounting standard. Therefore, Indian government through Companies Act started thinking about accounting standard. Therefore, they have in Companies Act that time there was a Companies Act 1956. Companies Act 1956. Through Companies Act, through one amendment bill, they have said that financial statements should comply with the requirement of accounting standard, which will be formed by the central government in consultation with NACAS. This was mentioned. Now the question is that the provision was given in Companies Act. Now who will prepare accounting standard? Therefore, ASB means ICI has taken this responsibility by their own, and ICI started issuing what? Accounting standard. Understood? And they have issued AS1 to AS29 till 2006. I am just giving a small summary. It's a long story, but a small summary so that you have an idea what actually happened in Indian economy. This AS were issued by accounting. This AS were issued by ICI, not by central government, not by NACAS. Correct? Now the question is that because it was issued by ICI, it is not mandatory for companies. It is not mandatory for companies. Bolna yes or no? That time it was not mandatory. Now the question is that if ICI has issued accounting standard, whether entity will follow? No. Therefore, what ICI has done, ICI, Godfather, ICI know that all the balance sheet and SOP means all the financial statement of every entity is audited and signed by. So they have issued one circular to all the members of ICI. And what was that circular? That if any chartered accountant is doing any attestation function, if they are signing any financial statement, they should comply the requirement of accounting standard. Means, can I say, if I am signing, if I means you also, if you are signing any financial statement, you comply the requirement of what? accounting as standard. And if you are not complying the requirement of accounting standard, you will be guilty of professional misconduct. Means can I say audited balance sheet? Audit is compulsory. CA will follow what? Accounting standard. Means can I say AS become mandatory? AS become what? I will say indirectly mandatory. Not only for companies but also for non-corporate. Because if any CA is signing balance sheet of partnership firm, they need to follow the requirement of what? Accounting standard. And this gives the recognition to AS issued by, but this AS is not given in company's accounting standard rules that time. Till 2006, every company, not only every company, every non-corporate entity, we are following what this. Indirectly it become mandatory. However, then with some amendment bill, it was given in the Companies Act also that AS issued by ICAI will be applied. Till NACAS has notified any accounting standard. It was given in the Companies Act bill. ऐसा कुछ लिखा. Then what happened in 2006? Something happened in 2006. Means till 2006 we were following AS issued by for companies also. But you can see this company's accounting standard rules were introduced in the year 2006. Something happened. What actually happened? I'll just give you some information. There was one AS11, means effect of foreign exchange. And there was that time Schedule 6 of Companies Act 1956. Means can I say this Companies Act 1956 was totally redundant now? 1956. That time the India was underdeveloped. Recently, what? Independent. That time this Companies Act was formed and we have used this Companies Act, Bakwas Companies Act till 2013. Understood? Indian government. 1956, a new Companies Act has taken more than 50 years. Actually, the Companies Act 2013 was drafted in the year 1987. It takes how many years, count it, to actually implement. This is Indian government. We are public. Understood whatever I am saying? Chodo sab baatein. So that time Schedule 6 is nothing but this Schedule 3 now. Schedule 6 format given. So this Schedule 6 and this AS11 issued by ICAI, we are contrary to one specific point. And because of that point, MCA notified their own accounting standard. Understood what I am saying? What was that point? I'll just give one clarification. Schedule 6 used to say that any exchange gain or loss will be capitalized to the cost price of the asset. But as per AS11 that time, they used to say any exchange gain or loss will be transferred to PL. Contrary? Understood? Now what MCA has requested ICAI to change that para, because that was not as per Schedule 6. Understood? ICAI says that you are discussing about international accounting standard. 2001 we started discussing about international accounting standard. This is which year? 2005 around. 2003-4 this. So ICAI said you are discussing about implementing international accounting standard, and as per international accounting standard also exchange gain or loss is transferred to PL. So why to change? Correct or not? Correct. Who become angry? MCA become angry. Who? ASB? Go to? Understood? Now MCA become angry and MCA use their power, ask central government, and they have introduced Companies Accounting Standard Rules 2006. And what they have done, they have taken all these accounting standard only. They have not drafted any accounting standard by their own. AS1 to AS29. However, what they have said, AS1 to AS7, because that time AS8 was deleted, and AS9 to AS29 were notified only with one changes in AS11. And now this become part of what? Companies Accounting Standard Rules 2006. But this standard is not applicable to corporate. Means for non-corporate, what is applicable? AS issued by. However, that time there was only one major difference between AS issued by ICI and this accounting standard notified by MCA. That is what? Para 46 of AS11. Have you done para 46 of AS11? I hope you have done, but you don't know para number. I hope you have done, because question is asked from that particular para. I will discuss that para in CA final course also. With only one difference, para 46 of AS11 without, means apart from that, AS issued by ICI and AS notified under these rules were totally same. But recently, what ICI has done, ICI has also changed that AS11 and introduced para 46 that also. So that there is no difference between AS issued by ICI and AS notified under company's accounting standard. But if I ask you which AS is applicable to non-corporate, what you will say? AS issued by ICI. Whether it is mandatory? No. But any chartered accountant who is, they need to follow the requirement of, you might be observing in your office that if CA is not signing any partnership balance sheet, it means that is something wrong in there. It means that is not as per the requirement of ICI. Means if partnership firm is not under tax audit, no requirement of sign na. Are bolna re. Only when it is under tax audit we require financial statement to be signed by chartered accountant. So whenever that is required, then we apply what? Accounting standard. Otherwise, Ram Bharose. Are you able to understand? Have you understood? Means for non-corporate, what is applicable? AS issued by ICI, but that is not mandatory under any act. What is applicable for these companies? These companies to which Ind AS is not applicable? AS notified under Companies Accounting Standard Rules 2006. What are the AS? AS1 to AS7 and AS9 to, but recently AS6 has been deleted. Recently AS6 has been deleted. That is not in our syllabus. If you want to have a proper knowledge, go to CA Inter. I will not teach this. Are bolna re. I will not teach. You have not given fees for this to me. Correct? Means what is applicable to this company, to which Ind AS is applicable? Companies Indian Accounting Standard Rules 2015. And can I say that is more or less similar to International Financial Reporting Standard? Now you must be thinking, so you are saying similar. So is there any difference? Yes, there is a difference between IFRS and Ind Accounting Standard, and that is only 5% difference. Means can I say, if you know Ind AS, you know IFRS also. Only read 5% extra. 5% extra. So whether we have Ind AS whether we have IFRS in our syllabus? No. In CA final paper 1, IFRS is not covered. Understood. But you know about paper 6. It is an elective paper now. How many papers are there? Subjects are there? 6. I've forgotten. I know about only one paper. That is GFRS. Global Financial Reporting Standard. Correct. Have you decided which paper you need to choose? I hope you have decided. Dimag mein to hoga. You have not filled the form, but I think you have decided. So how many of you have opted for economic law? Is one economic law na? Dekho. Pehle aaya 3. How many capital market? Capital market is there na? One is risk management also. No one. Capital market? Anyone? GFRS? GFRS no one. पहले FR then GFRS. Means from my point of view, what I have analyzed ki only 5% student opt for FR. GFRS. 5% student will opt for GFRS. I don't know why. I actually don't know why. Because everyone says FR is GFRS will be super tough. Global. But can I say if you have done FR, you need to only study 5% extra? Means I will say I will only do 5% in this class only with extra knowledge. That 5% will be also covered. So you can see this FR, this Index, this IAS, and IFRS is nothing but what? GFRS paper. This, understood what I am saying? This is GFRS. In GFRS, I am just giving knowledge. I am not forcing you to select any paper because that is your life, your career, you decide. I will not force. First become CA, then maja aayega. Because of any paper, if you are not able to pass the examination, better not to choose from my opinion. Correct na? But why you are not selecting, that is one question mark. Correct na? If in FR you can score 90%, you only say that target is 90%. GFRS also you can score na. Are bolna re? Yes. So GFRS, what is the syllabus I am just giving? It is nothing but all IAS plus IFRS and US GAAP. Means US is the one country who have not adopted IFRS. Powerful country. Yes. They said no, we will not come. And they follow their own GAAP, US GAAP. They follow their own GAAP. Understood? It means, can I say any country which is US based, they are not following IFRS, they are following US GAAP. Understood? Now from this syllabus, 90% marks will be from this category and 10% marks will be from this category. And 90% already you have completed in FR. This is GFRS. Only I have just given an idea about that paper. I am not forcing you to select GFRS. If you want, you select. If you do not want, enjoy. Correct? Understood? Yes, sir. But sir, what is the difference? Difference kya hai? So what are that difference? However, that difference I will teach you when I will go in respective Indias. But difference, what they have said, there are three major types of difference. One is difference in terminology used in IFRS and used under Indias. There may be some changes in terminology. For example, as per Companies Act, we prepare balance sheet and a statement of PL. But internationally, balance sheet is known as statement of financial position. Internationally. And statement of PL is known as statement of comprehensive income. You know about comprehensive income? Have you ever heard about comprehensive income? No, na? First time you are listening this term? Means internationally, balance sheet is known as what? Statement of financial position. And SOPL is known as what? Statement of comprehensive income. They don't use the word profit and loss, they use the word comprehensive income. Now what is comprehensive income? That we'll discuss, don't worry. Now, can we use statement of financial position and statement of comprehensive income under Ind AS? No, because can I say we prepare financial statement as per Companies Act 2013, and Companies Act 2013 says that financial statement comprise of balance sheet, SOPL, etc., etc., etc. Because of that reason, can I say under Ind AS we have not used the word statement of financial position and statement of comprehensive income, and we are using the term balance sheet and statement of profit and loss, which is totally bakwas name. Understood? This is totally bakwas name. Balance sheet. What is the meaning of balance sheet? You know this term, because of that reason you might be thinking, sir, this is correct name. Understood whatever I am saying? Are you able to understand? Suppose my nick, I will not say. What is your nickname? बोल दे कुछ नहीं होता. हाँ? हाँ? Original name? Real name? नहीं मतलब your parents call you what? Anyone good nickname?
कोई नहीं. No, I can say, but what you will do, you will start spreading in the market. Then no one will say with my name. That is the, in one batch I have said, then everyone started calling me with that name only. In everywhere, in YouTube, sir, sir, sir. Your nickname? Babu, very good name. Means 90% will be known as Babu only. Correct. Babu. Correct now. Now, just try to understand, if your parents is calling you Babu, is it wrong? That is Indian market. I mean, because we are well known about balance sheet and SOP, you might be thinking that balance sheet is correct name. But why balance sheet? Balance is ledger account balance. Balance means what? Ledger account balance. But I think that is not a proper name. Statement of profit and loss. Profit and loss is totally bakwas. That you will understand when we will do Ind AS 1. So this was not a correct name, but we are using this name because of what? Companies Act 2013, because that we can't change. And that requires another 30 years to change. Are bolna re? Means, can I say once Companies Act will be amended, then Ind AS also will be started using which name? Statement of financial position and statement of comprehensive income. Understood? Understood. So this is terminology difference. Means whatever terminology, whatever we are using, that is as per Companies Act. Understood? First difference. Second difference, removal of option. This IFRS is not rigid. IFRS, because that will be adopted by many countries, so they have given many option in accounting treatment. They have given option, either you do this or do this. Option has been given because that need to be adopted by many countries now. So because of that reason, they have not given a rigid accounting treatment. They have given optional accounting treatment. If you want to follow this, if you want to follow this, you can follow this, or you can follow any alternative accounting treatment. But under Ind AS, to have a comparative financial statement, to compare one financial statement of one entity with another entity, under Ind AS, that option has been removed. Option has been removed wherever required. This becomes difference. But can I say this two difference is not a major difference? Are you able to understand? For example, I am just giving one example. Ind AS 40, investment property. What IAS 40 says that you can either value investment property either at cost model, at cost price, or at fair value. International accounting standard. So IAS 40 has says either you can follow cost or fair value. Ind AS 40 has removed that option. Ind AS 40 says cost on. Now we are adopting Ind AS now only because they have given that option. So removal option will not much affect the financial statement. Are bolna re? So can you say first two difference is actually not a difference. Now third difference is known as carve out and carve in, and this is the major difference. Carve out and carve in. Carve out, carve in. So why you are discussing all these things in the first class? Why I am discussing? Because every time in every chapter we'll be using this word. So when at that time I will say carve out, you must be knowing about this fact. Carve out, you know, carve in, you know. But we'll discuss carve out and carve in respective Ind AS. Carve out means what? See, any changes made in accounting treatment given under International Accounting Standard for complying the economic condition of India. Means as per the economic condition of India, they require some different accounting treatment. So if you have adopted different accounting treatment as given under International Accounting Standard, that is known as carve out. That is known as carve out. Understood? Correct? Or it might happen there are under International Accounting Standard there might not be any accounting treatment for a particular transaction. It is quite possible. So if suppose under International Accounting Standard we do not have a particular accounting treatment for a particular transaction, so we have implemented one separate para that is known as carve in. Carve in. Understood? There is only one carve in and there are I think 10 carve out. total 11 difference. TFRS paper complete. Understood what I am saying? Yes, sir. What is the meaning of carve out? The difference which are in deviation to the accounting principle and practice stated in IFRS are commonly known as carve out. Correct? Further, if there is no guidance under IFRS for any particular transaction event, then the guidance provided under Ind AS is known as carve in. And this difference is due to, why this is due to? We have done, the difference are due to difference in the application of accounting principle and practice and economic condition prevailing in. Somebody, if they ask you what is the difference between Ind AS and IFRS, just say carve out and carve in. They will understand that you have the knowledge about that. Understood? Yes, sir. We have only 50 minutes left. 15 minutes left. Should I continue or should I stop today? ऐसा तो मत बोलना, stop. Continue. Let me complete this. Yes, sir. Now, the last point for today. To which company Ind AS is applicable? Simple. Very simple. So, company's Indian Accounting Standard Rules has given a roadmap. Means this was applicable to company in a phased manner. In a phased manner means the rules have not said that now this will be applicable. Suddenly it was not applicable. Some time was given from changes from accounting standard to Ind accounting standard. Time was required. Actually, time was required. Correct? So what they have given for companies other than bank, you know, NBFC, you know, non-banking financial company, which are not bank but like a bank. Correct? Insurance company, you know, means for company which are not bank, not NBFC, not insurance company, they have given some applicability criteria, different applicability criteria. And for bank, NBFC and insurance company, there is some different applicability criteria. Why? Because for bank, we have Banking Regulation Act. For insurance company, we have IRDA. For NBFC, because that is also similar to bank, also have some, they need to also fulfill the requirement of RBI. So can you see, we have some statutory compliance for them other than Companies Act. So some different applicability criteria is given for them. Understood? Means any company which is not bank, which is not NBFC, which is not insurance company, they have given 3 phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1, from 1st April 2015, it was applicable on a voluntary basis. Means any company can adopt Ind AS on a voluntary basis. Means if you want to adopt, you can adopt from 1st April 2015. Means suppose if I am a company which if I know that it will be applicable from next year, so I will start from this year only. So one option was given, if you want to apply from 1/4/2015, you can apply on a voluntary basis. Correct? But mandatory basis started from 1st April 2016. Means in India, Ind AS was mandatory applicable from which date? 1st April 2016. To which company? To these companies. To which companies? This company. First, any company listed or in the process of listing. Any company which are listed or in the process of listing either in Indian Stock Exchange or outside stock exchange, having a net worth of 500 crore or more. Net worth means for criteria we need to find out net worth of each company. What is the meaning of net worth? That we need to understand. Correct? Means any company which are listed or in the process of listing, having a net worth of what? 500 crore or more. Second category, unlisted company. Any company which are not in the process of listing, having a net worth of 500 crore or more. Means can I say simply A plus B is what? Any company having a net worth of, simple na? Any company having a net worth of 500 crore or more. Ind AS is applicable from which date? 1st April 2016. 1st April 2016. Correct? Point number C is interesting. means any company to which Ind AS is applicable. For that company means any company to which Ind AS is applicable to their parent company, subsidiary company, associate company and joint venture. Also what will be applicable? Ind AS from that date. You know about parent? Means if subsidiary net worth is more than 500 crore and parent net worth is less than 500 crore. So subsidiary to of course applicable, parent also applicable. From which date? 1st April 2016. You know about parent, you know about subsidiary. Do you know about associates? I hope you know. AS 18 you have done related party, or in Companies Act you might be knowing. I don't know. Do you know about associate? What is associate? Do you know? Yes or no? Joint venture? Yes sir. What is joint venture? Achha, you know only name. You know only name na. Are bolna re. Correct na re. It is just like that. Before this class you know Chiranjeev Jain, but after today's class you know me personally also. Are bolna re. That is just like that. Understood? Yes sir. So parent, subsidiary, associate and joint venture above, for them also what is applicable? Ind AS is applicable from 1st April 2016. Now what is the meaning of parent, subsidiary, associate, joint venture? Will do when we'll do consolidated financial statement. Understood? Till that we'll not discuss about that. Now the question is that net worth will be checked for which year? So net worth will be checked for previous 3 financial year. And if any one of the financial year net worth is more than 500 crore or more, is 500 crore or more, then what is applicable? Ind AS is applicable. Understood? Correct? So net worth shall be checked for the previous 3 financial year 2013-14, 14-15 and 15-16. If in any one financial year net worth is 500 crore or more, what is applicable? But this discussion is not valid, because 1/4/2016 is now past. And it is now past, but I need to cover it from examination point of view. Understood? Phase 3 is what? 1st April 2017, mandatory basis. So in this phase, what are applicable? All companies which are listed are in the process of listing inside or outside stock exchange, not covered in phase 1. Means can I say from 1st April 2017, every listed company will come under the purview of Ind AS. Every listed company, even though net worth is negative, negative net worth means liability is more than asset. Point number B, unlisted company, but all unlisted company will not be under the purview of Ind AS. Unlisted company having net worth of 250 crore or more. Means can I say under this phase 3, any unlisted company whose net worth is less than 500 crore but equal to or more than 250 crore will be also under the purview of Ind AS. Means can I say balance unlisted company, what is applicable? Balance unlisted company, what is applicable? Accounting standard is applicable. Means can I say why you have not applied in the accounting standard in your office? Because in your office there is no audit of what? Listed company. An unlisted company is also less than what? 250 crore. Means one thing is clear, that you are in a small firm. So you have listed companies? Then you have done, na? Baba. Don't worry. And you are same only. I know what he has done, what you will do. And don't worry, I have also done articleship from a partnership firm which were having 3 partners. Out of that 2 partners were silent partner, only partner was there, no listed company, no big company. Nothing to it. If you have ability, you can challenge anyone. Understood? Correct? So don't worry, we to are same, we are exceptional. Are बोल रहे, if I can, तो you can also ना. If I can teach Ind AS, you can learn Ind AS. Simple logic ना. Simple logic. Nothing to worry. Nothing to worry. I hope you have understood. In this, net worth will be checked for the previous 4 years. So 1/4/2017 is the application date. It will be 2013, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16 and 16, 17. One more year is also added. Understood? Then point number 2, which will be our last point for today. Continue. For scheduled commercial bank, excluding RRB. RRB means what? Regional Rural Bank is totally outside the scope of India's. Totally outside the scope of. So for scheduled commercial bank, you know scheduled bank? You have done banking companies. CA Inter. You know scheduled bank? Which need to fulfill all the norms of RBI. That is scheduled bank. Correct? So for scheduled commercial bank, insurance company and non-banking financial company. There is a different applicability date. Now for scheduled commercial bank, first time they have announced a date was 1st April 2018. But later on, this date was deferred to 1st April 2019. But after that, what Banking Regulation Act says that we are till now not equipped to apply Ind AS because they need to change the format now. For Banking Regulation Act has given different format. Well, till now we require more time. More time. So what they have given? Later on, RBI defer the Ind AS implementation till further notice to a notification dated 22 March 2019. Means till now the date of applicability has not been given. Means can I say for banking company till now we are not applying? Understood? However, initially it was 1st April 2018, then later on deferred to 1st April 2019. Then now deferred date has not been announced. For banking company, what we are applying? Banking Regulation Act and Accounting Standard. You know, whatever you have done at CA Inter, that is applicable. Understood? For insurance company also same thing. Initially it was 1st April 2019, then IRDA say that we have till now not under a position to apply Ind AS, deferred. So you can see initially it was 1st April 2019, but it was deferred in the year 2020, 2021 till further notice. So for insurance company, right now we are following IRDA and accounting standard if required. Understood? Yes, sir. Non-banking financial company, yes, Ind AS is applicable. And it has been given in 2 phases. Phase 1, 1st April 2018. 1st April 2018. 1st April 2016, you understood? Then 1st April 2017. Now 1st April 2018. This is for NBFC. This is for NBFC. What are covered? NBFC, whether listed or unlisted, having a net worth of 500 crore or more. Same thing, same point. Unlisted company. Acha, एक ही point. NBFC, whether listed or unlisted. Means any NBFC having a net worth of 500 or more. What is applicable? Ind AS is applicable. And to their parent, subsidiary, associate and joint venture, what is applicable? From which date? 1st April 2018. Net worth will be checked for previous 3 years. Previous 3 years, you can understand what are the previous. Correct? Can I say this is also past tense? Past tense, na? Phase 2 from 1st April 2019, this is also past tense now. Now under phase 2, what will be under coverage? NBFC whose securities are listed or in the process listing, which are not covered under phase 1. Means now from 1st April 2019, all NBFC which are listed or in the process listing will be under the purview of. Second, NBFC that are unlisted having a net worth of 250 crore or more. Means any NBFC which are having a net worth of less than 250 crore are not covered under. For them, what is applicable? AS is applicable. Division 1 format will be applicable. To companies which Ind AS is applicable, Division 2 format will be applicable. Understood? But for these NBFC, Division 3 will be applicable, which is not in our syllabus. Understood? I hope you are understanding. Correct? Yes. And then parent company, subsidiary, associate and joint venture of this A and B, what will be applicable? Ind AS will be applicable. For net worth, we need to check previous 4 years. I think you can understand what are the previous 4 years. Understood? Means, can you say what are the companies which are covered in this roadmap? To them, what is applicable? Ind AS. To other companies, what is applicable? AS will be applicable. Now you can easily distinguish. You can easily understood. Now it is quite possible in your office there are some companies which come into this category, but you are applying AS. It is quite possible because what I think this all old chartered accountant is your principal. They are obsolete chartered accountant because when they have passed that time only what was applicable, accounting standard is applicable, and they are very much reluctant to learn new things because they have a lot of work and they do not have time to learn new things. So you need to challenge them. If you find some companies to whom Ind AS is applicable, what you need to inform your practicing chartered accountant that, sir, your age is now over. Now transfer all the works. Understood? Because you are also chartered accountant, na? Are bolna re? Yes, correct. Right now, what is as per my experience? As per my experience, only 10% of chartered accountant have the knowledge of Ind AS. 90% of chartered accountants do not know about Ind accounting standard because they do not have work related to what? Ind accounting. Understood? I hope you are enjoying the class. I am also enjoying the class after a long time. This is face-to-face class. Thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye-bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day.